Hey, it's been a while since ZOAR Fitness, and this is the name game. All right, so workout number 5, probably a Karen. That's the name of it. All right, it is a 15-minute Amrap, max wall balls. So males is 20 pounds, females 14 pounds, males to 10 feet, females to 9 feet. On the minute, including 0, 0, 0, so at the very start of the workout, the first minute you still have to do it, is 4 Burpee Box Jump overs at 24 or 20 inches for males and females. So, it's gonna be rough. Some standards. Let's get into this first before we actually talk about the workout. I want to get ahead of myself. First of all, wall balls. Again, if you're just having like a line at whatever foot like marker for like 9 feet or 10 feet, just a line, make sure that you're getting where the ball is actually contacting the wall above that line. So like some of the mass of the ball might actually be below the line, but as long as the contact point of the ball is above that line, that is the standard. If you're hitting a target, then you just hit the target. So that's the wall ball. Oh yeah, below parallel with your hip crease below knee, like the squat of the wall ball. And then the Burpee Box Jump over, you must jump up. That's one standard, is that you can't step up the box jump over, but you do not have to face the box for the box jump over. So a lot of people will probably do them laterally. So like next to the box, hop up and go over. So those are the standards. Again, you do not have to jump the Burpee Box Jump over. You do not have to stand up all the way when you're actually on top of the box. That's the other thing I forgot to mention. And then you don't have to face the box. All right, so let's go over the workout flow. I just want to make sure that people understand the concept of this workout. Again, it is going to be when the clock is all 3, 2, 1, go. It's going to start with the Burpee Box Jump overs. So it's going to be 4 with the Burpee Box Jump overs. And then you're going to go straight to your wall ball, and you're going to work until the clock says 1, 0, 0. At 1, 0, 0, so the top of the minute, you're going to stop the wall ball. So you have to stop right as the clock hits 1. You can't do one more rep. Right? You have to stop as it hits 1, and then you do your 4 Burpee Box Jump overs. Once you do your 4 Burpee Box Jump overs, you head back to your wall ball, and you continue until 2, 0, 0 on the clock. At exactly 2, 0, 0 on the clock, no deviation from that. It has to be at 2, 0, 0. You stop doing your wall balls, and you do your box jump overs. Right? So that continues until 15 minutes. Obviously, at 15 minutes, you're done. You don't have to do box jump overs at the 15-minute mark. So equipment setup. Let's talk about that first before we talk about the logistics. Obviously, you're basically just going to set up your box as close as you can to your wall ball target. For most people, the wall ball target is on a wall. So you just have to think about, like, obviously you're not going to do a box jump over where you're, actually almost getting really close to the wall, like going this way and the wall's here and you're going this way. That's not going to work really. It could work a little bit because if you put it far enough away where you're going over laterally, or you can turn the box this direction where again now you're going kind of along the side of the wall, but then you just have to worry about running into your wall ball right here. So however you set it up, I don't think it's right or wrong to do either way, because again, laterally you don't have to shift too much. But just think about, like, where am I going to place my wall ball? Is that in the way, even if it rolls a little bit, where it's going to be in the way of, where I'm doing my box jump overs. But besides that, equipment setup's and super groundbreaking here. All right, so the first thoughts that I have of the workout is, like, it just seems like it's all about wall balls. But let's put that aside for just a moment and think about the Burpee Box Jump overs. The first thing we have to realize is that you can't overlook them because they're probably going to take you at least 20 or 25 seconds every minute, including the transition pieces. So even though it's only 4 reps, the reps will probably take 4 or 5 seconds, maybe longer as people get tired, to get through that. So it is actually a significant portion of the workout. And especially if someone is at a lesser fitness level, they're still forced to do that work every single minute. So as you get more and more tired, if you're really getting to the point where you're really hurting and not able to do nearly as many wall balls, it's just, you still have to do the box jump overs. Like, you don't have a choice, right? Like, if you don't do the box jump overs, you don't get a score for the workout. So you have to do the box jump overs. So it's actually a pretty important part of the workout. That being said, obviously people who are in a pretty good fitness level, it's going to become less and less of a portion of the workout, and they're going to get more and more wall balls in. A few things to think about. We haven't done the community hasn't done a lot of burpee box jump overs where it has been lateral as the standard. So one of the things you want to think about is if I come up and I'm with my side to the box, I'm already facing laterally to the box. Do I jump up laterally, or am I going to jump up and maybe turn 90 degrees? Am I going to turn before I jump up? All these things are really important. So thinking about like the footwork and the flow, how that's going to go, is really important to practice that before you actually do the workout. One of the things is if you are jumping up laterally, think about, it's kind of awkward if both your feet are pointed straight forward. I mean, you can jump off the box kind of like this with your feet, again, pointed straight forward. If the box is this way, my feet are on it this way, right? But what I like to do is actually point out my one foot, like my foot that's on the outside this way, so that I can kind of, again, push my knee over top of that, and it makes it just a little bit less awkward. So I turn my one foot out laterally to like 90 degrees, and that kind of helps me transition over it a little bit better. The other thing I like to do is if this is the edge of the box, I'll put my heel on the edge of the box and my toe not on the edge, so like my toe doesn't, so my toe doesn't get caught on the box. So for a lot of people, if their toes stuck on the box, it kind of is awkward and almost, I mean, honestly, people end up falling sometimes when their foot gets stuck on the box like that. So if you hover your toes over, you can get away with it. This is all nuanced stuff that you should have practiced beforehand, but definitely pay attention to it during your warm-ups. Next, transitions are going to be super key. So we have 2 transitions every minute. You don't have a choice. Everyone has 2 transitions every minute, which again is unique. Like usually the work is broken up differently. So that means that there's going to be 30 transitions for every single person in this workout. Even if you slow down only 2 seconds per transition, right there, that is a minute. I mean, that's going to be so easy to do when you're already tired in a workout. So making sure that you are very diligent and systematic about how you are tracking and keeping a hold of those rest times and the transitions. So my suggestion would be you're better off breaking the wall balls once at least, and making sure that the transition from the box to the ball and vice versa is really quick. So keeping the transitions quick, and making sure if you need to break the wall balls, to break the wall balls. And I would say for the vast majority of people, unless you're very good at wall balls, break the wall balls. So again, burpee box jump over is about 4 to 5 seconds per rep, as we've known from our cycle speed calculator, and 15 to 20 seconds is what we're looking at per minute, including transitions might be 25 seconds, or again, if people get tired, it might be half the minute. So really, it is a really significant portion of the workout. That being said, push that aside. This workout is all about the wall balls, right? So we have 30 to potentially 40 seconds to do wall balls, which for a lot of people, that means that if they were fresh, let's say, they could pretty easily get 20 wall balls done in that amount of time, because wall balls are probably going to take about 1.8 seconds per rep. And it's not really worth speeding up, so you have to think about speeding up your transitions, like I said, because you can't really speed up the cycle speed of the wall ball. So either it comes down to getting more time when you're there or breaking less when you're there. And for most people, I would say that's not even it. It's just about how well can you manage your fatigue in that specific pattern in this workout. So say someone did take, 36 seconds, which is probably going to be 20 reps. It's kind of how long it would take to do 20 reps. That's probably about right for what a lot of people are going to have. That would be 20 wall balls every minute, which would be 300 wall balls by the end of the workout. So if you're someone who does get that work done, where you got the 4 burpee box jump overs done in 26 seconds or 24 seconds, then you have that 36 seconds to do wall balls. You could potentially get up to 300 wall balls in this workout. That being said, I don't think most people have the capacity to do that, so you have to have a break strategy pretty early on in the workout so that you don't blow up and die in the second half of the workout. So let's think about how we would do this. What I would do is think about kind of taking the time that I have left. So say I had 35 seconds left, I just kind of cut that right in half and I do 10 wall balls, take a 2 breath break, which might be a second half or 2 seconds, and then right back at it, and I might get another 8 to 10 wall balls in before the top of the minute comes around, and that's when I break and go back. All right. The other thing I would think about is making sure you have some way to actually count your wall ball reps, because it's really easy to get brain fog in the middle of a workout and not really like think about it or lose track of where you're at. So I have a way that like maybe at the end of each round you have someone either watching you and that where you write down where you're at. So like, 20, 36, 40, whatever, like however many wall balls you're at the end of each minute, you just drop that down and we'll take 1 second before you move on. All things that can help you again stay rhythmic in the middle of the workout. So if you did end up getting 20 reps, that would be like a double Karen, which again, for a lot of people, they're not even able to do Karen in sub 7. You're not going to be able to, double that to be able to get that in that amount of time. That's not even including any box jump overs. So I would say the 20 reps per minute is completely unrealistic for most people in their fitness level. So you need to think about, where can I sustain during this workout? So those are my main thoughts. It's going to be a brutal workout, but you have to manage these kind of workouts early on in the work. You just have to manage it the best that you can. Max, chill, dude. So warm-ups are in the comments below. Check that out. If you're someone who's not subscribed to Premium, obviously you can check out the warm-up there. If you're someone who is, then you can just view it on the website. And if you're someone who isn't a part of the protocol yet, you can head over to zoarfitness.com/premium to get a 7-day free trial. Best of luck on probably a Karen.